Hi everyone, my name is Reynard Daro, and this presentation I be guiding you through journey across some of the most influential and classical modern art movements we covered in class. Together, we look at the artists who shaped these movements, the historical and the cultural movements that fluid them, the beliefs that inspired their styles, and the lasting impact their work left on the art world. Let's dive in and explore how each movement transformed the way we understand and appreciate art today. Let's go. Classical movements and techniques. First, Naturalism by Leonardo da Vinci. Developed during the Renaissance in Europe, 14th and 16th century, a time of scientific curiosity and discovery of classical knowledge. He believes art aimed to depict life as realistically as possible using observation, anatomy, and perspective. Leonardo da Vinci's art is Mona Lisa, shows realistic lighting, soft shading, and human emotions. Perfect example of naturalistic accuracy. Next is Humanism by Michelangelo. Also flourished in the Renaissance, focusing on human potential, philosophy, and individuality. He believed art celebrated human dignity, beauty, and the idea that humans could shape their own destiny. Artwork of Michelangelo David captures ideal human proportions, confidence, and moral strength. Next, fresco painting by Giotto. Used widely in medieval and early Renaissance churches in Italy. Frescoes were painted on wet plaster. He believed artists wanted large-scale, durable visual storytelling for religious pieces. Artwork of Giotto, The Lamentations. Giotto uses deep human emotion and simplified forms to tell a sacred narrative. Next, tempera painting by Sandro Botticelli. Common before oil painting became dominant, tempera uses pigment, egg yolk. He believed practices valued precision, fine lines, and bright, long-lasting color. Artwork of Sandro, The Birth of Venus. Flat yet glowing colors with delicate outlines typical of temperas. Next, oil painting by Jan van Eyck. Popularized during the Northern Renaissance, 15th century. He believed oil allowed richer colors, slow drying time, and realistic textures. Artwork of Jan van Eyck, Arnulfin portrait, detailed public fabrics, glass reflections, and lifelike depth possible only with oil. Modern art movements. First, Impressionism by Claude Monet emerged in France in the late 180s during industrializations. Belief capture light, color, and fleeting moments rather than perfect detail. Artwork of Claude Monet, Impressions, Sunrise, lost brushworks, and bright light effects. Next, Post-Impressionism by Vincent van Gogh. Late 19th century after Impressionism, but more emotional and experimental. Belief emphasized emotional expressions, bold colors, and symbolic meaning. Artwork of Vincent van Gogh, Starry Night, swirling motions, impressive color, and personal emotions. Next, Cubism by Pablo Picasso. Early 20th century Paris, influenced by photography and non-Western art. Belief objects are shown from multiple viewpoints at once, breaking from into geometric shapes. Artwork of Pablo Picasso, Les Demoiselles Davidian. Angular forms and fractured perspective. Next, Fauvism by Henri Matisse. Early 190s France believed using wild, unnatural colors to express mood instead of realistic color. Artwork of Henri Matisse, Woman with a Hat. Bright expressions, color that create emotions rather than realism. Next, Expressionism by Edvard Munch. Early 20th century Germany during times of anxiety and rapid change. Believes art should express inner emotions rather than external reality. Artwork of Edvard Munch, The Scream. Distorted figures and dramatic colors shown psychological tensions. Next, Dadaism by Marcel Duchamp. World War era Europe, a reaction to the chaos and absurdity of war. Believe anti-art randomness and challenging traditional artistic values. Artwork of Marcel Duchamp. Fountain. A urinal turned into art, rejecting traditional definitions. Next, Surrealism by Salvador Dali. 1920s, 30s, influenced by Freud and dreams. Belief revealing the subconscious mind through dreamlike imagery. Artwork of Salvador Dali, The Persistence of Memory. Next, Pop Art by Andy Warhol. 1950s, 60s, United States and UK, rise of consumerism and mass media. Beliefs celebrated and criticized pop culture, advertising, and everyday objects. Artwork of Andy Warhol, Campbell South Cans, turning consumer items into art to questions modern culture. For me, the movement that resonates the most is Leonardo da Vinci, because Leonardo da Vinci painting focused on realistic human emotions, scientific anatomy, and the natural world, all unified through masterful use of light and compassions. It inspires me to see arts not just as representations, but as feeling and experience. Thank you for watching. I hope this gave you a clearly understanding of how classical and modern art shape the way we see and the way create today.